No pressure. It's just one of the most iconic songs ever from Whitney Houston's career. The Broadway tour of The Bodyguard, the musical, opening last night at ASU Gamage Auditorium to a sold-out crowd, and the show will run through Sunday. There are still a few tickets available, and we are so lucky. Joining us this morning is the star of the show, Grammy winner and recording artist, Deborah Cox.
Hi.
Wow, what a powerhouse voice you have.
Thank you, thank you.
Was there a lot of pressure taking on this role? Because this is something that this is a role that everybody knows. Everyone has seen The Bodyguard. Everybody knows Whitney Houston's versions of these songs.
Yeah, it's an iconic movie. People know all the songs, and of course, there was tons of pressure. But I knew the challenges that I'd have going into it, and it just required a lot of discipline, a lot of tons of water, making sure I'm hydrated, steaming, that kind of thing, and just making sure that I found my own way of telling Rachel Marin's voice.
Well, and that must be one of the challenges, is to embody this role in your own voice and your own presence versus doing a
caricature. Right. Yeah, I wanted to create the essence of what the songs meant, and a lot of the times I have to change the tonality of my voice to make certain sentiments fit so that they're not like the record, but they're more fitting for the scene and what's going on in the musical. Well,
and even though you're a recording artist and you perform as yourself as well, this is performing as this character.
Yes, yes, very much so. And that was the part I think that took the most time, was finding who Rachel is. She's a complex woman. She's a woman of confidence. She's a mother. She is a diva in her own right, in the sense that she doesn't play when it comes to her work. She's very dedicated to her fans and her craft, and so you see all of that. You see all the layers of things that she goes through, and then she falls in love with Frank Farmer, played by Judson Mills, who is amazing and awesome, and has such stature and grace and presence on stage. So it's really a thrill for me. It's a joy every night to really do this show.
And we should say, in honor of her commitment, of course, to the fans who will be watching her perform night after night, you're not singing in the morning, because we got to preserve those glorious voice of yours.
Preserve it. Yes, please, and thank you.
Yes, but that was just a little enticement of what you're going to get on stage, and it's really powerful. I am a theater nerd. I love going to a live show. I think it's wonderful when these famous stories or the adaptation from film goes to the stage, because it'll draw in maybe a broader audience than would go to the theater otherwise.
Yes, this show has brought in so many people across the board. It's brought in young, old, gay, straight. It's brought in everybody. And what's wonderful is that the storyline, it's a romantic thriller, it's a suspense. I think it's something that people aren't really necessarily expecting. It's because of the suspense factor. It stays very true to the film, but there are moments that expound on what the film is. We have a little bit of a love triangle with Rachel Marin and her sister and Frank Farmer. The stalker is much more prevalent in the show as well. So you're at the edge of your seat, seeing what's going on in Rachel's world, and you're a fly on the wall, just seeing her fall in love, seeing her guard fall down. It's a really beautiful show, and it's beautifully lit. The choreography is amazing. It's great costumes, hot men and women.
Hey, and I think
it's a lot of eye candy.
Sitting in a theater with a live production like that, it changes you. It gives you the bug to really appreciate the artistry that is brought to the stage by performers like you. So thank you so much for coming to Arizona.
Thank you.
So you'll be performing here at Gamage through the weekend, and then you continue on through the spring.
Then we continue on through the spring, yes. We are on tour till April 2018. So if you don't get a chance to catch us here, you can catch us in another city.
And
just
then
go to deborahcox.com/tour or thebodyguardmusical.com. And yeah, the tickets are there. I think there's still tickets left for the AC.
And then you'll need a long nap after this big tour,
a long break,
right?
vacation.
A lot of hot tea and some rest.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. April?